Hello, everybody, wherever you may be. My name's Larry. My call sign, Kilo 7 Hotel November. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live. This is show 48. We're going to be discussing today the Chameleon 2.0 antenna. There's been a lot of reviews on this, I know it. But I want to share this with you because you guys know I'm a big proponent of loops. First of all, I want to share with you my findings. Quality, very much so. I've been impressed not only with the components, but what they used. Chameleon sent me this as a review to test them, their equipment, this 2.0, which I think so many people have done. But as many of you know, I'm a huge proponent of people staying on the air, especially those folks who've been on the air for many years, then they're downsizing out of their forever house, right? And they spent so much time and money slowly saving to get those antennas and those radios. And then they get to a point in their life where they're slowing down and maybe moving to a smaller location with heavy restrictions towards things like antennas. Well, that can take a lot of people off the air, and considerably so. So what Chameleon has done has been to develop a very stealthy antenna. I'm going to let you look at it from the side here real quick. This is the side angle of the Chameleon 2.0 loop. We'll go over it in a moment here together, but I want to give you an idea of the quality they use. They're using basically, it's LMR 400. This is LMR 400 with, of course, a very solid dielectric inside. It's very prone to being moisture non-resistant. So you gotta be careful. Don't get this stuff wet. That's the quickest way to ruin it. In fact, this loop should be kept indoors. It's something that, you can bring outside with you, but it's something you don't want to be out in the elements, especially for a long time. This is something you use in a covered environment. Say you've got a patio or something with a porch, you can cover it up, use it out there, no problem. Simple. Parks on the air, islands on the air, you go field day, you go out on a hike. You've got to have this antenna. You don't have to lug around some giant antenna with you and carry it up in your backpack with your Elecraft KX2 or your Zygu or your, brand new ICOM IC705. No, you want to carry it in a backpack. You want to carry everything light. This allows you to do that. What they've done is phenomenal. I see two real big deals here. I see one for the folks that want to work QRP. They like to go out in the wilderness. They like to see what they can do from the top of a mountain or a hill. I see people using it at beaches, on vacations. This is a great antenna. Easy to pack up in your carry-on gear or in your, check-in luggage. Simple. This is something you can take with you in a backpack on an afternoon. Get up there on that trail and work. This is really a great antenna. And what's nice is they don't leave you hanging by giving you some bad equipment. The variable capacitor in this is very, very good. It's on a friction adjust dial, which is really cool. It's set up at 6:1. So in essence, you turn that gear, and as you spin it, the variable capacitor, which is an air capacitor inside, it will spin the fins to help you tune to proper resonance for SWR. That's a very good thing. Larry Trudsell, hello, my friends. Hello, my friend. Larry, welcome. Alpha Echo Zero, Japan Zulu. My eyes just went completely lost. Sorry. Been a long day. Anyway, nice to see you, Larry. Thanks for being here. The Chameleon 2.0, what I like about it is I like its portability. I like the fact that if you're someplace and you don't want to be off the air yet, you want to still work, this will do it, okay? Safety issues. Don't go near it and touch it, right? Don't grab a hold of it while you're transmitting, obviously. Don't let the choke line here, don't let this choke that goes to your radio, don't let this touch either the feed line here or any place around the loop. Of course, you don't want to do that, okay? But just as a safety precaution, don't do it. One other thing that was important that Chameleon told me today, which I was very thankful for. I want to thank John at Chameleon Antennas. He spent some time with me. And I think that's really important when a company does do that, because it shows you that whether you buy their product or not. I didn't buy it. I asked him to review it. And even asking to review, here's John from Chameleon saying, what can I help you with? Just very helpful. Let me tell you a little bit about it. This is a high Q antenna. And for new hams, what does high Q mean? It means it's very narrow in how much it works SWR. When you're working, it's a very narrow band that it's going to pull in and allow you to work. If you go too far away from the setting, you're going to miss it. So you have to tune it two ways. First by ear, second by SWR. Never use your antenna tuner with this kind of a loop. You don't use it with really any transmitting loop. You want to use the antenna's loop to tune it. That's just a safety feature, okay? Second thing is that what John had to say about it was that the custom-made tuning capacitor basically are a 6-to-1 ratio, and they have a friction clutch. It stops the tuning capacitor when it hits its limit. So you can keep turning, but you're not going to go past the limit. You're not going to damage the product. That's the whole point. A high Q loop is good to use if you're out there working, especially on 40 meters, because it only has a narrow area that's going to allow you to hear with. So you can still tune, right? But for working, you don't have to worry about things like filters to have to mess around with to try and knock noise out, because the loop itself only has a very narrow pass band that it hears with. So super. You don't need to worry about all that extra gear or the bigger radio or any of that stuff. It's really pretty easy to use. Let me show you how I basically put this all together so you can get an idea. And I'm going to switch cameras here and I'm going to move the mic a little bit up. Again, this is a studio position, and this antenna is really used more for being outside, being on the trails, being on the beach, having fun, making some calls, okay? So I'll do my best to not kill you with some bad noise from my equipment. I don't think we'll have a problem with that. Let me just kind of move up here and get a little more gain out of the preamp, and you should be able to hear me good. Hang on. All right, so key elements here for this. You want to make sure that your loop is even with the inner loop, the inner aluminum loop here. Make sure as well it's as round as you can make it. You don't want to be on an oblong or egg shape. You want to try and get it as round as you can. First thing you do, you want to straighten out the coax the best you can to get it to relax. Once you get it to relax, then you basically hook it up. Both the PL259 connectors are right there. You hook it up. You get into a much of a round shape as you can. You take the provided Velcro. You hook it up to the inner loop, which is made of aluminum. Very nice too, by the way. 2 Velcro straps they already include. Hook that up to the coax, and you're good. You're ready to go. From there, here's what you have. Let me kind of see if I can give you a little better view of this, okay? Bring the camera down. Your tuning capacitor box is here. There's 2 switches, all right? One is for higher frequencies, one is for lower, okay? Right now we're on 20 meters, we're daytime, so I've got it in the A position. From here, the variable tuning capacitor will spin. This, again, is simple to use. It's literally plug and play. Let me grab a little better position to talk to you again. So when you're using this product, the first thing that you do is you listen. And this is true with any loop, any high Q loop. You listen. Before you start out, you just listen. When the volume comes up of the received band, you're close, but it doesn't mean you're there yet. You make sure that your tuner's off on your rig, and then you key up your mic on RTTY or FM or AM, RTTY, AM or CW, emit a 5-watt tone to tune it, and then adjust here for your SWR. Once you find the sweet spot, and it may not go 1-to-1, you can get close, but that's as good as it can go. But the point is, you're still going to be on the air, and that's the whole point. This lets you stay on the air, and that's the best part. MMX2, hello, mate. Good to see you as well. He uses his on 20. We're going to go on 20 today. We'll see how well we do. This is a QRP loop, by the way. You can transmit on this up to 25 watts SSB, 10 watts on CW. Now, Chameleon makes a product. They make a couple of options for this, which are real nice. You can make an order, and it's every year they order this now. They order aluminum tubing. So if you don't want the coax loop, you can use the aluminum tubing. Once per year they order it. Contact Chameleon for details on that. The other thing you can get is the CHA, as in Charlie Hotel Papa PC power compensator. Retail costs about $100. It'll get you up to 60 watts on single sideband and bring your CW up as well. I think it's 25 watts. So you get more with the power compensator. There are some wonderful things that you can do with this. And what I love about this, it will keep you on the air. And I love things that are really innovative and different, because those things are the most remarkable things sometimes we ever find, because we're scientists in a way. We're all on the radio and we're all trying it different ways. Let me get you a look at the rig. And we're currently, as you can see, on 20 meters. All right, now to tune this, I'm going to split screen you here so you can see not only the rig, but you can also see you see me now, but wait just in a moment here. Goodness sakes. There we go. All right. So you're going to see the rig, and up here in the corner, you're going to see me tuning this. You're going to see things get louder, okay? So I adjust. See? Okay. So you saw how it got louder, right? Okay. Now, we got louder. That means we're close. We're not quite there yet, though. The next thing you need to do is you need to key your mic on, again, CW, RIDI, AM. Anything that will emit like a 5-watt tone. That's all you need. Tune it at 5, okay? Let me move you to the rig. We're going to split this so that you can see myself and the rig, and we'll see about showing you the rest of this. I'm going to bring this up to the SWR port where you can see the SWR meter really well. I'm just going to emit a 5-watt tone. That's all I'm doing. So hit the mic. Make sure that you're on RIDI or CW or AM. Click. And there you go. Okay, now you saw it jumped way up. Don't worry. You're just going to tune this very slowly and carefully, because this is a very narrow null, meaning when it hits the sweet spot in SWR, it's going to be quick. So you've got to be careful with it. Don't go too fast. Let's take a look. See that? And see, this is a great example of our bodies, and that they do affect this, okay? Because loops work on the magnetic portion of the electromagnetic radio wave. I put my hand near the loop. Watch what it does with SWR. You see? That's what just your operating position, the position that you're in to work, okay? Those are things that can happen when you're using any loop, not this or others. It's all of them, okay? Because your body's a conductor, so it's going to affect the SWR. All right, now, when you use the loop, let's bring the rig cam back in. You're going to, now we know we're good SWR-wise. We've checked it. Okay, we're right about 1.7 to 1. That's fine. That'll work. We'll take it. We're going to bump this up now onto SSB, and we're going to go up to, we'll go to 15 watts. Okay, we'll do 15. We'll see what's out there. And we're just looking for a signal. That's all we're doing. Okay. We had someone here earlier, and they moved. They moved, so we're going to move to 40. We're going to bump to 40, all right? Again, you can see what the pan adapter just showed. So we're down on 40 meters. We'll retune. We have to tune for 40. So the first thing, listen for the increase in volume. That means we're close. One of the nice things that Chameleon engineers did when they made this loop was on the variable capacitor, they have a dial with the knob. So it kind of tells you which way to go. It's pretty simple. If you're at like 14 megahertz and you got to move up to 7, tune the dial towards 7. You'll get there. Listen carefully. You'll see the bump now as we tune this up on 40. Oh, hello. My apologies. Please forgive me. Let's move to the correct antenna. Now, I was kind of thinking, what is going on there? We're missing everything. Hang on. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory, right? Didn't need to tell you. We found close to the null, right? That's the null technically, but it's tuning a loop. It brings you into where it's more resonant. Again, second step, we need to tune for SWR. Let me get you the rig cam so you can see that in action, okay? We're going to go down to 5 watts again. We'll be on CW. I'll move you up to the SWR screen here, and I'm going to pop me right off this screen because you don't need to see me. You want to see the rig work. So let me get you guys on this here. So just 1 second here. Again at 5, we're in CW, 5 watts, and now all we're going to do is we're going to move that tuning capacitor a little more. We're almost there. Here we go. Keep an eye on the SWR, which is right here. All right? Get me off a little bit more here and more of this. In fact, we'll just do it this way. Sorry, my friends. Let me just get me completely off the screen. There's how narrow that is. Right there. That's how narrow that spot can be to tune. Now, here's a signal. You can tune just like normal.
We're northeastern California. So back to you, N8F, W6 Japan, Radio Yankee, over.
Kilo 7, Hotel November. We'll see if we can be heard. We'll see. And
Roman, is that the name? I missed your name. Go ahead.
let me do this. I'm going to go off frequency 3. And I'm going to go ahead and just tune one more time because these are very sensitive. See, now we're up over 3. See, that's why we retuned. Just moving a little bit, you want to tune. And that's going to give us all the power we can out of the radio, okay? Move it back up. Kilo 7, Hotel November, QRP. Sorry, I had to notch that out. That was driving me crazy. All right. So we've lost this one. We'll move over here. We got another signal here. Maybe not. And again, we have some RFI issue here that are pretty bad. Still dealing with the RFI, so it happens. Excuse me. Right here. And I know we're right at the edge of an RFI node from next door. Just to make sure on the tune, we'll quickly move to CW. SWRs is perfect. So good. Kilo 7 Hotel November QRP. Someone still on frequency? Over. Okay, so we've missed that one. That's one of the things that works. Just happens that way. So we're going to move back here quickly to 40. It's still daytime. Still enough time that we got some light in the sky. Again, we'll go through the tuning procedure we just did, which is fine. We can adjust back up. Again, listen for the volume of the rig to go up. Not hard to spot that, is it? It's like right away, bang, and there you are. See, and that makes it simple to do this because honestly, it's not difficult to tune a loop because in essence, you're just listening for it. From here, we're going to adjust SWR again. We'll go down to CW. We're at 5 watts. Look at that. Boy, that's sweet. See, we move away. We just gained some. That's good. About 1.1 at 20 meters, I mean. We'll take that. There we go. Now, from here, it really is, if you were operating this, say, on the, Parks on the Air, maybe you're out there with a loop like this, and you've got yourself a KX3 or a 705 ICOM, tune a little bit. Find a signal. And eventually, you're going to find somebody out there. And the nice thing, the nice thing about these is that they will work local. Okay, because they work NVIS, because from a loop, the signal goes outwards in all directions. So it will go narrow, like distance-wise, very local, but it also will work DX. It's a horizontally polarized signal. So let's see if we can get in on this conversation real quick, okay? Kilo 7 Hotel November QRP. And one of the things that John from Chameleon said, you can always move the antenna just a little bit. I think we lost that signal. All right. Now this will work 80 through 10, all right? This loop works 80 through 10. The beautiful part of it is that you can use the loop to work 80, which is nice. If you're a local net guy, my gosh, just use the larger loop that they bring. They give it to you as part of the deal, right? And then you're on 80. You flip the switch to B, and you're all of a sudden ready for 80 meters. That's pretty cool. Now you can see, as we're tuning outside of the area that the loop is resonant, fairly resonant in, to here, we're losing the waterfall, okay? Now watch. We'll just tune it right back in and watch the waterfall fill back on the side that's over here. All high Q antennas do this when you tune away from where you were. Watch. See, wasn't a big turn. That took maybe a 1/4 inch. That's all it was. Not a lot of movement. High Q loops just don't need a lot of movement. Again, very narrow null in the center. Okay, so in the center of it, very narrow null. Along the edges is where you get signals. And it's just a real simple as heck thing to use. It is. Okay, we're going to end up tuning back just a little bit. And again, watch for the sound to come up. Take a look at the power meter, which is my meter that's right here. You'll see the S meter come up over here because I'm tuning the loop back closer to resonant. Just a moment. That's all it took. I mean, you could use this, man, if you were like in a place that had HOAs, right? Tough HOAs. And they said, nope, no antennas. Okay, put it in your room. That's what I'm doing. You can see it's not hard to do. Takes a second to tune this. Just listen. That's all you got to do. Just watch that S meter carefully, listen to it tune up. And again, one other thing to keep in mind, folks, our propagation has been awful lately. Awful. Okay. So 40 is pretty dead. 20 is pretty dead, I should say. 20 is pretty gone. So we're going to go back to 40 real quick, make one more scan on 40 and take a look. Hang on, let me tune the loop back. And you'll see it come right in as I'm turning the variable capacitor. Here it comes. That quick. Couldn't you have a ball with this thing? My gosh, what a joy. It's well built. It has the proper stuff in it that you want. I mean, all the right. Like you want LMR 400, you want the best coax. Even though it's a small run, it's a loop antenna, so you want the best. You doing parks on the air? Oh, what a ball. What an absolute ball. This thing is so much fun. And just to give you an idea, if you're into CW, you're a CW guy and you've been doing it all your life, right? You're really, you love to key, you love to paddle, you just love to do CW. Let's move down to CW. We'll listen for some signals there. Hang on. It's not going to take much. Done. Just like that. It's a piece of cake. This is so easy to work. It just is. There we go. Someone tuning up. Right there. Move to the correct CW. So we're on CW lower. So if you have this, all right, you've got something like this. And, you like to CW. You like to talk to folks. You like FT8. You like doing RIDI. Oh my gosh. This is such a great antenna for that. Let's get more to the sweet spot. It's just a matter of, in this, simple, you just watch the waterfall. Once you center the waterfall, you're right there. Beautiful. What a beautiful product. Another right here. There's some FT8. Just looking now for any CW. Just a joy to work this. It's nice to know that American companies still make quality stuff. It just is. Again, this is extremely easy to use. It's something that if you had this for, I would say, I'm going to say if you had this for 10 minutes, if you've worked a ham radio before in your life, you can tune this loop and spend the rest of your day inside whatever room you're in with that antenna, and people would say, isn't he coming down to eat or what? I mean, because it's that addictive. It's just fun. Let's go back to single sideband because they're here. I know they are. It's just that right now the conditions are pretty rough. And again, watch it tune right back up. We'll move back up. We'll go back up into the phone portion. See how everything moved over to the left of the screen?
Situation out here these days.
Tune him up.
Improving somewhat anyway. So thank you very much for the contact, Steve. KF2IRE, W6 Japan, Radio Yankee.
That quick. Okay, back to CW. Tune it. Step away from it. 1.3. Kilo 7 Hotel November QRP. And you just saw I moved 200 hertz, but quickly, and got the antenna tuned, got it ready, made the call. That quick. Let's give it an extra 5 watts. It'll go to 25, but let's go 20.
Steve, thank you very much. And we kind of know the drill. We are a former volunteer fireperson here, fire department in our small mountain town here. 73, Steve, and thanks for the contact. KF2IRE, W6 Japan, Radio Yankee.
Kilo 7 Hotel November. I don't want to step on a QSO if the gentleman's still talking to him from Two-Land. But see how the SWR stays down as well when you do speak. I keep the SWR meter always on when I'm on a loop. Always. And just so no one's confused, this is RFI right here. It's not a signal. That's the neighbor's waterfall pump. No progress made yet. Kilo 7 Hotel November QRP W6 Japan Radio Yankee. Are you still there? This is Kilo 7 Hotel November QRP. All right, guys, so we're in this 37 minutes. I don't want to go too much longer. Let me go to my favorite band because everyone knows my favorite band's 17. I love 17. This will do 17. Oh, yeah. Did I tell you it does 17? Heck yeah. This thing does 17. Take a look at this. Look at this, how good this darn antenna is. Why am I lower side? Hello. There you go. I'm like, what?
Delta, Charlie, Quebec, QSL.
All right, let me tune it up. Again, we're down on 17 now.
Yeah, Roger, Takashi. We've had several previous QSOs. We've had several previous QSOs back to 2013. I worked you on 15 meters and 10 meters sideband back 7 years ago, so we've had QSOs before. And your signal is very nice. It's a 5.7. I thank you for the 5.9, but your signal is a 5.7. Beautiful copy in Texas. My name is Gar, Golf America Radio. So back to you, JA0 Delta Charlie Quebec, WA5 Florida Whiskey Charlie. Audio, back to you, over. Very good, Takashi. Very good. A nice signal, very good audio, very nice signal. Steady, no QSB, very strong, 5.7. So, I appreciate you calling me, and it's good to hear DX on 17 meters. It's good to hear DX on 17 meters. And yes, we worked 3 times, and now it's 4. We worked 4 times now. So let's keep it up. Let's don't wait 7 years. Let's make it. Let's work on other bands and do it quicker than 7 years, QSL. You bet. JA0 Delta Charlie Queen WA5FWC. Very good. Very good, Rocky. Same for me. Every day's a Sunday. I'm retired. I'm retired also. Could you put me on the cluster? Could you spot me on the DX cluster there in Japan? And maybe I could work a few more of your friends there at QSL.
Okay, let's get him tuned. Just a moment. Very good. Yep. This is just such a piece of work. Love it.
73.
Love it.
Okay, my friend.
Now listen to this. I want to show you something real quick. I see the problem. Hold on. Again, we're on antenna 2, which we need to be. Give me 1 second. I'll get him back. Okay. Make sure we're good. Kilo 7 Hotel November. So we're at 15 watts. We're going to try this last one on 17 meters and we'll call it a day. But if anything, I've got an idea I want to share with you in just a second. Here it is right here.
CQDX.
Okay, he's calling DX now. All right. Yeah, we're not going to mess with that. All right. So I think what we got is we got a guy that was called on 17. And then what happened was he got a JA call him back. He wasn't ready for it. He's like, oh, holy cow, DX. I'll call DX now. There you go. That's good. So for you folks out there right now, go on to 17 meters because there's some DX work into JA. Hey, I'd go on that all day long. All right, that is the Chameleon 2.0 loop antenna. It will go QRP to 25 watts. If you get the power, the little puck, it's really cool. The puck's only about $100, called the power compensator. It will allow you to work up to 60 watts on SSB. It'll bring you up also on CW. I believe it's to 25 watts. That's a lot of power for CW. You can go a long ways with that. You can take this in a backpack. You can keep it in your car. You can bring it in the RV. You can make contacts with this. It is an absolute dream to work. I think you would love it. If you're a QRP person, love to go on trails, bring your rig with you, right? That's the antenna right there you need. It's the one because it fits. It goes right into a backpack and it fits and it's up in like 10 minutes. If you are, say, in a retirement home, right? Or you're moving to one and they say, absolutely no antennas. I'm sorry. Yes, you can. Because you can bring it in there with you. I mean, that's on a camera tripod. Look. It's just sitting on a camera tripod. They thought of everything with this antenna, Chameleon. You can set it up in like 5 minutes, be on the air and making contacts, and they're going to think you're talking to yourself and want to call the psych ward. Chameleon 2.0 loop antenna. It's a winner. It's American made and it's solid. A definite yes by no question. Thanks for being here, everybody. It's been my pleasure. This has been Kilo 7 Hotel November Shack reviewing the Chameleon 2.0 loop antenna. It's a winner. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless you. Until next time, 73 from Oregon. Goodbye, everybody.